here. Bear with me, this is my first live event ever. This is not something I usually do, but I am excited to fully tell you about One Small Seed and offer you the first chance to get a pair of our earrings that hopefully will bring a small blessing to people who really need it. So if you don't know me, or if you do, you know that a year and a half ago, my son Vinny, he was 9, and he was diagnosed with AML leukemia. It came on very quickly and very suddenly, and within 2 days of being diagnosed, he was on a ventilator, and he went to heaven 18 days later. We had an immense amount of support during that time, and by our friends, our family, our communities, and even people in other countries that we didn't know, they really rallied behind us and they supported us during that time. And since then, God has had it on my heart to try to do the same thing for other families. So I've created a way for you to help us give a little bit of peace to someone who is in a very hard situation. I know firsthand because I've been there. What we're doing is creating earrings. I'll tell you in a second how they came about, but the main goal is to get blessing boxes to families who are facing pain that we can't imagine. Unfortunately I can, but pain that you can't imagine. So what the blessing boxes do is the money that you send in that goes through the earrings is going directly to the families. And so these families are facing $1 million bills, and we want to just give a little bit of relief. It's very small, but it's a little bit. And so we're creating these blessing boxes. Each family that's inpatient with a kid in the hospital will receive a blessing box. We're actually giving away 12 or 13 this first weekend, so that'll be our first giveaway. Is from the money you've already donated, you will be able to give 12 boxes. Inside the boxes, this is so important. So based on my experience, when I'm standing over the Vinny's hospital bed and seeing $1 million in hospital bills, and all I wanted was a Starbucks, as silly as that sounds, but just like a little bit of sugar to help get you through the day. All I wanted was to do that, and then you feel this immense guilt. How can I spend $6 a coffee when what's in front of me is happening? And so inside the blessing box will be a very small $25 gift card to Starbucks. The second gift card of the $225 is $100 to the cafeteria lunch. Not because the food is great, but it is, it's pretty good, but because the last thing you want to do when your time is so limited with your child is leave the hospital, and you would rather not eat than leave the hospital. So to be able to run down to the cafeteria and grab a free lunch is a very large blessing. That was something that we were given a couple times in the hospital, and it was amazing. And then the third thing is a gas gift card. They're getting a $100 gas gift card because right now gas prices are astronomical, and even so, most of those families are not as lucky as we were to live within 20 minutes of the hospital. Most of those families are from all around South Carolina, and so they have to travel back and forth from their jobs and their kids to be with their children, which means that most of those kids are there all week alone, which is horrible. That's something that God laid on my heart and showed me while I was in the hospital, that a lot of these kids were alone when I got to spend every last minute with Vinny. So that's what we're doing, is we're creating these blessing boxes to just bring a tiny bit of relief directly to families who are suffering. Now here's how you can help. We have something that was laid on my heart when I was there is wanting to also be with these children when they're in the hospital by themselves. When their moms can't be there, I want to be someone who can take an hour and just put a smile on their face, bring a little bit of joy. And one of the things I thought about, how was I going to do that? What am I going to do when I'm in the hospital? And so I really like clay earrings. I think that they're fun, and I'm a certified art teacher, so I thought I can teach clay earrings. So the idea was that hopefully, eventually, the kids will be making these earrings, and we will be able to auction off these one-of-a-kind pair of earrings made from the kids who you are directly distributing to. So our main earrings are our staple earrings here. These are our marigolds. These are all wood. They're nice and light. They are going to be constantly offered, and they are $30. It's a $30 donation. Again, that goes directly into the box, so you're really supporting a family here. And they will always be offered. They're handmade with love by us, and they come on this nice little card, and then you get all the information on where to find it, our story, and the 2 Corinthians verse, which is our main staple, something that God actually gave to us in the hospital. So these are the ones that are always going to be available. They have our nice little V with the heart that one of my great friends made for us during that time, and it's kind of become our little logo. And so it's just a direct support of the One Small Seed charity. And if you want to hear a little bit about why One Small Seed is our name and what our story is, please look on the rest of our page on Instagram. It tells the whole story about how Vinny actually planted these seeds. So one small seed can make a big change. On the rest of the Facebook page, we are going to have an area where you can comment sold. These are just one-time earrings. All clay earrings are individual and different and handmade with love. So when you see it on there, if you want it, comment sold and we'll get it to you. And then that's it. Then they're gone. So we have a couple in the $30 price range. This is where they're gonna start because they are all handmade and it is a donation. So we just have a bunch of these actually that will be up there in the $30 price range. And here's another example of those. And then we have some in the $40 price range. These are going to be your larger ocean earrings. They have a little bit of a different coloring, so there's going to be a couple of those up there. Again, these are all one of a kind. Each one is handmade, and so they're all going to be unique and different. They're each going to have their own patterns. And then we have our final $50 earrings. These are hand painted, hand stamped, and handmade. So these are special. They take a long time to make, and we did hand paint each one, hand painted by me. So these are going to be, we only have a few of these. I think there's 3. So if you comment sold, then you'll get these, and know that 90% of your money is going right into this box to directly support these families. 10%, the rest of it, will go to buy supplies for the kids to actually make the earrings themselves. So all of the money from these earrings is going directly to people who really need it. I appreciate you joining me. Thank you for putting up with my first time live few minutes, and I hope you will help us reach our goal this weekend of selling 20 earrings. So comment sold as soon as they go up on the album, and then we will get them to you. Help us reach that goal and make a huge difference. One small seed can make a big change.